Can Julien Alfred end Shericka Jackson's 200-meter reign at this year's World Championships? We say happy birthday to Jamaica's fastest, Ackera Nugent. Plus, more money, more problems? And we take a look at the last day of Penn Relays 2025. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drops. You drop the video. It's one today here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, are you ready? Yep, good to go. Well, first up, we must say happy birthday to channel favorite, the remarkable Ackera Nugent. Ackera Nugent turns 23 today, people. Yep, she's a little baby. She's not a little baby, but she has achieved so much in such a short period of time. Want to know that we love Ackera Nugent here. She's like one of our picking them incredible young athlete and the current record holder of Jamaica's national record in the women's 100-meter hurdles event. The young queen wrote on her social media pages, dressed in beauty and splendor, younger me would be proud cause I set a standard and standing on it. And she's so correct. And if you're a regular here at Peter Lloyd World, you know the procedure, right? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ackera Nugent. 23 years of age, you are going to have an incredible 2025 season. After setting the national record in the women's 100 meters hurdles at the 2024 National Championships in June, in fact, on the date of June 30th at the National Stadium, a time of 12.28, she went on to break that time at the Rome Diamond League, which she did on August 30th, 2024, running an incredible time of 12.24, which is still the national record for the island, the amazing island of Jamaica. Ackera Nugent, we salute you on your Earth Strong.
Good start there from Russell, fourth from right, she's away at the moment. Also great running from Charlton, Devon Charlton in the bright yellow. Look on the near side, Ackera Nugent moving well too. Ackera Nugent's going to take this one, or is she? It's going to be very tight at the line. Nugent takes it from Russell, and that little battle over the last three flights or so, drawing them well clear of the rest. And the time, well, 12:24. If that's confirmed, it's the fastest time in the world this year.
This young lady, people, she has a whole lot more to give. Trust me when I tell you, I've been right thus far. Ackera Nugent is going to sparkle. We're looking at world records. We're looking at Olympic and world titles. Congratulations and a happy birthday to you, Queen. 23.
Just like my alpha check my seat. Oh, when my sing.
Hey, what she look like, bro?
It's your birthday. Oh. 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 Oh.
Happy 23rd birthday, Queen Ackera Nugent, Jamaica's national record holder in the women's 100 meters hurdles and one of the fastest women in the history of that event. Edwin Allen closed out the final day of Penn Relays in a blaze of glory for the island of Jamaica and for themselves. As it says here, when the rain fell, the stars rose at Penn Relays. Edwin Allen, Jamaica crushed the HS Girls 4x100 meter championship of Jamaica with a jaw-dropping 44.23, the third fastest time in the meet's history. Heidel Bullis, pure heart, pure speed. Legends aren't born, they're built, one baton at a time.
Champion
44.23 is one heck of a time. Congratulations, Edwin Allen. And Heidel High School also sparkled on that final day at the Penn Relays. Heidel, to be honest, had been favored to win the 4x100 meter relay, but had to settle for a remarkable run in the 4x400 meter relays. Heidel's 4x400 meter queen strike again and chant a message you want to hear. Heidel stormed to a new Penn Relays and Franklin Field record, clocking 3 minutes 30.42 to win their fourth straight high school girls 4x400 meter championship of America title. Bullies finished second with 3 minutes 33.30, with Edwin Allen third at 3 minutes 36.14. After the dominant run, the Heidel girls broke into a powerful chant that captured the spirit of their destiny. Can you guess what they said?
Quiet for the start, please.
Absolutely scintillating run there by Heidel High School in the women's. Girls a 4x400 meter relays at the Penn Relays.
On them. We are the best team in Jamaica, America of course, but yeah. 3:30 is the best time for me and my school record, Penn's record. What can I ask?
Amazing. I mean, coming out here, getting a record, 3:30, excellent.
Lang. I know my girls, like, if it's go time, it's go time.
It means a lot because I know that people have been training all along, and I'm just young and just coming up and doing all this that the seniors are doing. So it's
they are the best. So I just came out here and they were supposed to do one. Yeah, did it. Boom, record.
Heidel now, Heidel then, Heidel forever.
Penn Relays is another living proof that Jamaican track and field is safe. The future for track and field is in great hands with these youngsters coming up. Congratulations to all the teams who participated in the Penn Relays. It was an incredible thing to watch.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Macadamon has a song called Money O, and people, I said to you in a previous video that what Athos and what Grand Slam has done is that they've changed track and field forever. There were some people who were foolish enough to say that Grand Slam flopped, which was nonsensical. Grand Slam has forced everyone to pay athletes something akin to what they deserve. And although the money's... Anyway, listen to this. Now, some say the proof is in the pudding. Now, World Athletics has announced that as of 2026, the World Athletics Ultimate Championships, the prize money, this is what it's going to be. First place will be $150,000. Second place, $75,000. Third place, $40,000. Fourth place, $25,000. Fifth place, $15,000. Sixth place, $14,000. Seventh place, $12,000. 8th place, $10,000. 9th place, $9,000. 10th place, 8th. So basically, they're kind of doing something akin to what Grand Slam track is doing. And this is what I was saying. Athletes, you cannot be a top 5, top 10 athlete on the planet of Earth and you have to be doing a 9-to-5 job. Nothing is wrong with 9-to-5 jobs. But your job should be being that top 10 athlete on the planet. And you've heard me talk about this for the years that I've been doing this track and field channel. I do this because I'm massively passionate about track and field, and I understand the concept of being underpaid. As an artist, as a film actor, as a television actor, I went through my moments. The fact that they've responded to Athos and Grand Slam by increasing the prize money this significantly. Here's a question that I want to ask. why the backside weren't they paying the people them this the whole time? Because clearly they could have paid these athletes. That's a $1 million question here. I'm very happy that they've done it, but they've done it because their hands were forced by Athos and Michael Johnson's Grand Slam track. Michael Johnson's Grand Slam track in particular. They could have been paying these athletes. There are athletes out there who are struggling people. They're trying to figure out, because listen, being an athlete not cheap, you know. It's not cheap. Most of the instances before the athlete gets shoedies and those things. And the shoedies are not often what you think they are. 200,000, 300,000 US for an athlete for 2 years is not a lot of money. When you take out equipment, travel, paying people to do what, it's not a lot of money. I mean, we're grateful, but it's not a lot of money. So I said it to you. I said Grand Slam track will change track and field forever. Even if there's never another Grand Slam track, and that's not going to happen. It's going to because obviously the fact that they're paying more than Grand Slam track. You realize that they're $150,000 for the winner. What that says is the money was there. They just didn't want to pay it. People don't go to the meets because of Diamond League. They go to the meets or World Championships to see the stars. They got to see Shelly. They got to see Shericka. They got to see Kishane. They got to see Noah. They got to see Julien Alfred. Those are the people they go to see. They're not going just for the sake of seeing it. It's the stars that are putting them and the other athletes who are putting them. So I am happy that they're finally paying these people some money. Anyway, let's get into the rest of the video. Julien Alfred moved from St. Lucia to go to high school in Jamaica at the age of 14. It was really the start of her epic sprinting career. We grew her. We honed her to the point where she went on scholarship, ran for Texas Longhorns, and did amazing things. She, to me, is now the only true one of two real threats to Shericka Jackson. Now, many of you have implied that Shericka Jackson time done, and I don't know where that madness has come from. Big up to you. You have to, one of the things we encourage is for people to speak their mind as long as it's done respectfully. But I disagree with you. But I think after seeing a particular race recently, that made me say, you ever watch Scooby-Doo? When Scooby say, zoink? I went zoink. In April, Julien Alfred ran 21.88. I think it might have been her first 200 meter for the entire year. Now, her PB is 21.86. The 21.88 for your first race, and the manner in which she executed that race was terrifying. She looked at the end of the race to have a whole lot more left in the gas tank. That was a shot across the bow. She was sending a message to Gabby Thomas and, of course, Shericka Jackson, who is, although she wasn't able to run at the Olympic Games, Shericka Jackson is the reigning 200-meter champion on the planet. Gabby Thompson, at her best yet, is nowhere close in times, and neither is Julien Alfred. But the manner in which she ran that 200 meters and how she looked at the end, it was just raw power, people. It was very disturbing. Take a look.
And Davis coming into the final 70 meters. In lane number 6, that's Julien Alfred of Cuba. 21.88 is the world's fastest time.
Now, I wasn't the only person who saw this. On his Ready, Set, Go track podcast, former world champion Justin Gatlin and his co-host, they shared their thoughts. And I think I definitely agree with them. Listen.
Nothing in my mind indicated that it was going to be 21. I was going to say 22 mid, maybe 22.5. But when the clock stopped at 21.8, I was like, ooh. So one of our favorites, Julien Alfred, this girl this season thus far has been super impressive. From the 4x4s she ran to the 400, down to the 300. Now she opened up with her 200 here at Tom Jones, where she ran the world lead and only 2 100s off of her personal best. She ran 21:88, and she made it look so easy.
She's letting the podiums and her event know that I am coming. Be ready. Her competitors saw what she did. She's trying to be a double champion in the 1 and the 2. What's going to be so good about that is she'll be the first one in her country to do so, trying to be history 2 times over.
She did it with so much strength. It wasn't necessarily like frequency. You could just see the power in her run. It was just almost like a bounce to it. Bow, bow, bow. I'm kind of excited and also scared to see exactly what it would look like for her to run her 100 meters.
Now, I'm talking specifically regarding this 200-meter run. Shericka Jackson is the reigning 200-meter champion in the world, at least in the World Championships. She's not in the Olympic Games, but in terms of the sheer times, Shericka Jackson has the 3 fastest 200 meters ran in history outside of the world record set by the great Queen Florence Griffin Joyner, aka Flojo. For about 2 years, Shericka Jackson was unbeaten, and we all know, to be honest, that Shericka Jackson was injured. In fact, she expressed that in the conference recently in her first 200 meter for the year, which she did at Xiamen in China. She was hurt, and as a result of that, many people, the wagonists, I shouldn't say that, that's cruel, not the wagonists, but some people don't understand track in the truest form. So they believe that she's 30 and she's old and she's done. I'm not quite sure where that thinking is coming from. But in previous years, in 2023, I remember people saying Sha'Carri Richardson was going to be a threat, and I laughed. There is no way, there is no place on earth where Sha'Carri Richardson will be a threat in the 200 meters for Shericka Jackson. Not Shericka at her best and not Sha'Carri at her best. Sha'Carri is an incredible talent, but I just don't see it with the 200 meters. 100 meters, definitely. 200, no. Gabby Thomas, of course, is the obvious person. But I've watched all of Julien Alfred races since the beginning of 2025, and she have blood in her eye, people. She have fire in her belly. She is making some serious statements. It is truly evident to me that her purpose is to be double champion at this year's World Championship, 100 and 200 meters. In a recent interview with Abigail Wafula, she said this, quote, "I'm getting better for the 200 meters, Julien declares, war on her weaker event and at rivals Gabby Thomas and Shericka Jackson." It's really obvious that that's what's going on here. Listen. She continues, "I'm really just having fun, to be honest. The practice approach is much different, especially when it comes to the longer workouts. Now I'm getting better for the 200 meters because in my head, it's my weaker event. So I'm just trying to get stronger for it. It's my mentality towards it, and I really enjoy track and field now and see what I can do. I'm applying different things that I can and see if I can get better." I think fatigue and overthinking played a huge part going into the final. She talked about the 200 meters at Olympic Games. It was one of the last races, and it was like, let's just get it over with. I was really tired. Even after the 100 meters, I was so exhausted that I went to bed late and only got about 2 hours of rest. I drank some coffee, barely warmed up, and my coach was like, let's just qualify for the next round and keep moving. The mentality I had going into the 200 meters wasn't the same. I was overthinking each phase, and a lot has happened. Now, the last time that we saw both ladies run at World Championships was in 2023. And in the finals, this is what we saw. The event, of course, was won by Shericka Jackson with that insane world second fastest time of 21.41. Gabby Thomas came second in 21.81, note the distance. Sha'Carri Richardson, came third with a PB of 21.92, and Julien Alfred came fourth with a time of 22.05. Here is that race.
It's her title, this is her event. Thomas trying to go with her, but it's Shericka Jackson at the moment. Can she hold it? She's storming to victory here. Watch the clock, this is so fast. It's a brilliant, brilliant title defense.
That was Shericka Jackson at her best. That was Shericka Jackson who was not injured, and this year, she's not injured. And what they're doing with her this year is they're getting her back into form. Now, we recently saw both young ladies battle over the 300 meters at the Miramar Invitational. Once again, Julien Alfred really impressed me, but so did Shericka Jackson. Alfred won in 36.05 with Shericka Jackson taking second in 36.13. Now, Shericka Jackson recently opened her season in the 200 meters, that is, at the Diamond League. She came second, running 22.79 in that event. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. So, could Julien Alfred dethrone Shericka Jackson as the world's best 200-meter runner? And I'm not knocking Gabby Thomas, but let's just be honest. Shericka Jackson is the world's best 200-meter runner once she is healthy. Now, there are a few factors to consider. The obvious is Julien Alfred is 23 and Shericka Jackson is 30. And many of you seem to think that that's a major issue, but I don't. I still don't believe we've seen the best of Shericka Jackson, and we sure as heck have not seen the best of Julien Alfred. No, I concede that 21.88 really had me saying, what the hell? Because the way, the manner in which it was executed, the power in her performance. It says she has, and this is the very early, there's 4 months to World Championships now, people. Julien Alfred can bring that time down to somewhere like 21.6. Maybe even 21.55 based on what we're seeing. Alfred has improved immensely, even in the 200 meters. When she ran in the Paris Olympic Games and won, she ran a new personal best of 10.72. She has consistently improved over the years. She is a beast. She's the real deal, Holyfield. And I think she's more dangerous than Sha'Carri Richardson because I think mentally she's more stable. She's there. And I'm not knocking Sha'Carri. I know you Sha'Carri Richard fans are going to go nuts. But let's be honest, Alfred is dangerous. She's just really dangerous. So the more I look at her performance indoors, the 300 meter where she defeated Shericka just on sheer will over that 300 meters. It was a sheer power and will. But what we have to understand is Shericka Jackson is coming back from a horrendous injury. And when she did that interview at the press conference for the Diamond League that she just ran, she was clearly very upset and hurt because she missed the Olympic Games, and she took it very personally. And I've noticed that Shericka is not talking much; she's just running. She's not injured, and what they're doing with her is what you expect them to do, which is what Paul Francis and Stephen Francis and the coaches at MVP would do based on their experience, which is slowly. She had a really bad injury. It was a terrible injury, and it only got worse. So they're slowly bringing her back into the season. She ran some 60s. She probably did some 4s. She'll probably be doing some 4s during training. We saw her do that 300 meters, and they're slowly but surely bringing her back. Her first 200 meters, running 22 plus, coming second. She looked good coming off the turn. I know they're just going to take their time and just, So Jackson is really dangerous. And I honestly think, and I'm not knocking Gabby. Gabby's very talented and has improved immensely, but I think the real threat to Shericka Jackson at this point is Julien Alfred. That people don't think I understand enough. Alfred has improved consistently. Look at her all her times. She ran her first 200 meters. She didn't look out of breath when she finished, and she ran 21.88, just out of her PB of 21.86. In other words, that PB no longer really exists. She can break that really easy. And she says she's now focusing on the 200 meters. Alfred is very dangerous. In fact, of all the athletes out there, when you think of Shericka Jackson, she's the only one that I am personally concerned about. Shericka Jackson at her best PB is 21.41. There is no one else on God's earth at this point. Not even Gabby at her best. Gabby may be able to run 21.50. Just might. Because she lacks that raw power. She just doesn't have the power. Julien Alfred clearly has that power. I mean, Jamaica might have homegrown our worst nightmare in terms of Jamaican female sprinting. Alfred is the real deal. Now, there is Ackera. There is Gabby. But in the 200 meters, the woman that I am most concerned with right now is Julien Alfred regarding Shericka Jackson. Now, do I think a healthy Shericka Jackson can beat Alfred in 2025? Yeah. Because I don't see Alfred improving that much. I don't see Alfred improving beyond maybe 21.50 at this point. I mean, for her to improve more than that would be incredible. That takes years. But she is still a threat, a real threat. I personally believe a healthy Jackson, she's clearly healthy, and they're slowly bringing her back into form. I think in the next month, she'll be pretty much unbeatable. The only person I think will be able to challenge her is Julien Alfred. Jamaica might have just nurtured our own worst nightmare. I mean, I'm being very honest. Because I've gone back and I've looked back at that 21.81 and that 21.88 run by Julien Alfred, and it's terrifying. It's really a terrifying race. It's hard to frighten me. She frightened me. And I'm a huge Julien Alfred fan. My St. Lucia peeps, I think I don't know, love Julien Alfred. But when I look at the landscape, the only person I see really who could possibly threaten a healthy Shericka Jackson is Julien Alfred, because of the manner in which she has improved immensely over the 100, over the 200 meters. It's the consistency. And what is in her favor is youth. 23 is a big deal. She's a kid. So, can she dethrone Shericka Jackson? I don't think she could do that this year. Maybe not for another 2 years. But if she continues to improve at this level, yeah. And if Jackson is even slightly injured, it's going to be game over. So I am hoping as a Jamaican that Jackson stays healthy, Alfred stays healthy, because I think we're in for a hell of a ride for 2025 in the women's 100 and more importantly 200 meters race. So do you think that Julien Alfred could dethrone Shericka Jackson as a 200 meter queen? Which she is, and I know some of you are going to say she isn't because she didn't win the Olympic Games, but tomato, people, had she been healthy and she ran anything, even if she had even ran her third or fourth fastest time, she would have won that 200 meters with absolute ease. Everyone there knows she's pretty much unbeatable. But when I look at the landscape, Alfred is the only person who could be a threat in the near future. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. One more time, I'd love to say a happy birthday to our remarkable channel favorite, the remarkable Ackera Nugent. 23 today. You're going to have an incredible year. Storm is over, Queen. Your storm is over. You're going to be awesome. And Heideland Edwin delivers at Penn Relays as also. And what me they telling them? I told you, Grand Slam track and Athos has changed track and field. You see the amount of money all of a sudden Diamond League World Athletics find? Then just find one whole heap of money. Where the money did they? Now don't forget to support the channel. Check out our Printify, our merch store at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Please support us. Don't forget to hit to consider joining the channel, be a member, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember your royals, kings and queens. Bless up.